Well, hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is number 12. I can't believe we've come this far together. And it sort of feels like the end of something. So, unless there's a good reason for me to do another video, I think this might be at least a pause or the end of them for now. I'm taking part in a podcast on Thursday, and I've been asked to think about 3 questions. And I wonder what you also think about these things. So the first thing is, what was your hardest moment during COVID-19? And I can tell you exactly. It was on Friday the 20th of March, just before lockdown. I took my fiancée Dawn back to Heathrow. That was hard enough in itself. On the way back, I just wanted to pop into Waitrose, and I think I wanted lemons or something fairly innocuous like that. And I walked into Ruislip Waitrose and the shelves were bare. I mean, unless you wanted turnips or mangoes, I think it was, there was nothing else in the fresh produce at all. It had been picked clean. And that set my mind racing and worrying and panicking. So I think that was, for me, the lowest moment. Secondly, what have I discovered? Well, it's quite simple really. I've been using a little game called It's Literally Just Mowing. And you just drive a little virtual garden tractor up and down people's lawns and mow the grass. And although other people, I think, like to use mindfulness in a much more sort of therapeutic way, and they do sort of meditations and all of that kind of thing, this just kept me in the moment, thinking about cutting grass and not much else, discovering birds and butterflies in the gardens that I was virtually mowing. And it really kept me on track and on focus. So much so that I've pretty much completed the entire game during lockdown. So I think at times of stress, I've discovered that small things like that can help me to stay calm, to keep anxiety at bay, to let your problems assume their true perspective and proportion. The last thing I've been asked to think about is, what will I take forward from lockdown and keep in my everyday? And I think it's quite simply this. A friend of mine on Twitter writes down 3 things for which she's grateful every day. They're often small, simple things. The smell of something baking in the oven, or an evening stroll, or a chat with a friend. And it's a really good mental exercise. It's something I sort of obsess over doing every day now. So I do my 3 things in reply to her 3 things. And I think that's really good. So I think as a quick sort of reflection on the day, it's something I will always do, and it's a habit I will always keep, because I think it helps you to be positive, and it helps you to think about, even when you're having a bad day, that it's not 100% bad. There's always something you can find that you're happy about. So I think that's going to be my going forward thing to take through, hopefully, to the rest of my life, or until I get really fed up with it. Probably the former. What are your 3 things that you're going to, what were your hardest moments? What did you learn, and what will you take forward? I'd be really interested to know your answers. No pressure, but I'm doing the podcast on Thursday, so do let me know before then if you can. Otherwise, stay safe, be cautious. It's a very uncertain world out there. It's a very dangerous world in some parts of the planet at the moment out there. So exercise extra caution. If something feels wrong, then don't do it. Even if you can't rationalize it, just go with your instinct. Be kind to each other and keep in touch. Thank you very much.